I do what I do.
I want to acknowledge those people. It's hard to get this money. Okay, I want to acknowledge these people who contribute to the super chat. Thank you so much, family. I appreciate you. Now, you guys have been missing my blistering closing statements, right? So I got one for you. I got a good one for you. We're going to bring this home. We're going to land this plane. We're going to lay this out. We're going to bring this all the way home. Okay, because it's necessary. Somebody type it's necessary. I need to talk to y'all. You understand? I need to talk to you. I got something else to say. So I want you to come in tight. This is how we going to end it tonight. Okay? We're going to be all right. All right? We're going to let them fight. Now, look here. Ladies and gentlemen, actually, I'm talking to, well, I'll start like this. Let me talk to the newly arrived African and Caribbean Black folks and the wider diaspora. I need you to hear us clearly, okay? See, Foundational Black Americans, FBA, somebody type FBA in the chat room. We are the direct descendants of the men, women, and children who survived an unparalleled system of race-based hereditary slavery on what is now U.S. soil. Our ancestors were here before the Mayflower, but our ancestors were also brought in the hulls of ships. Our ancestors tilled this land, and they also own the people that tilled this land. We built its earliest infrastructure. We bled in every American war. When the emancipation finally came, we had already created schools, newspapers, churches, businesses, and political movements in the very shadow of the chains that had only just been struck off for some of our people. We are indigenous to the United States in the specific historical sense that Black people were already here before there was something called the United States, before 1776, before the Constitution, before Ellis Island, before the first wave of voluntary immigration. Our presence predates the nation state itself. It predates the moment the rest of the world discovered the opportunity that is here. That fact is not folklore. It is recorded in colonial census, the Revolutionary War, the muster rolls that were there for the soldiers, and the very ledgers of the plantations that once ring the Atlantic coast. Somebody type FBA in the chat room. Our lineage is etched in every chapter in American progress. The color conventions in the 1830s and through the 1890s, where free and newly freed Blacks drafted blueprints for voting rights, public education, and mutual aid societies. Black Wall Street in Tulsa, 1906 to 1921. A self-sustaining, all-Black economic ecosystem raised and burned in hours, yet proof of what FBA ingenuity achieves under hostile skies. And for you all who don't know, we rebuilt after 1921. But let's talk about the Harlem Renaissance in 1918, the mid-1930s, the birthing all the poets and the painters and the political theorists who reimagined modern art and the global Black consciousness. The Civil Rights Movement in 1954 and 1960, spearheaded by Southern church-rooted FBA communities who faced dogs, bombs, and bullets to force this nation to honor its own constitution. In short, the spine of American culture, law, politics, and economy has been tempered on the anvil of foundational Black American struggle and survival. This is why our story is distinct from the journeys of you recent immigrants. Worthy stories, though, they are. And we can respect the fact that you made yourself over here. We appreciate it. Okay? We understand that Caribbean ancestors and they fought colonialism, but you did it under a different flag. We understand that African ancestors wrestled with the aftershocks of partition and neo-colonialism and extraction. About this, you all are going to have a rough week on this page this week. It is going to be hard. It's going to burn your little ears. They don't need you anymore, Latino. They don't care about how hard you work. They work hard. They don't care how hard. We don't need you anymore. We have AI. Somebody type AI in the chat room. We got robots. We got AI. We don't need you anymore. So ignore the sound bites. Read the text. Read the debates. And you'll see the plain meaning, and the argument collapses under its own weight. And let me tell you something else. Again, as I said, they fought for 3 days. Despite the ratification of the 14th Amendment, it was systematically undermined by the Supreme Court for nearly a century. It would take Brown versus the Board of Education and our brilliant foundational Black American lawyers in that 1954 case to reverse Plessy versus Ferguson and affirm that separate is inherently unequal. It would take the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Acts of 1965 to give real legislative teeth to the 14th Amendment. And of course, the countless civil rights cases, Loving versus Virginia in 1965, right? It took all that. But for Black Americans, the 14th Amendment remains the cornerstone of our claim to citizenship, justice, and legal protection. It was and remains a constitutional correction to centuries of dehumanization. Now let's run that back. Okay? The Emancipation Proclamation, it ended our bondage on paper temporarily. Okay, it gave us freedom, but it didn't give us legal status. It didn't give us citizenship. It was a fragile promise. The 14th Amendment was necessary to transform Black people from enslaved property that white people didn't have to honor, that had no right that a white person has to honor per Dred Scott, to American citizens. And although that transformation was obstructed and delayed and resisted well into the 20th and 21st century, we kept fighting. We kept fighting because that's what we do. You all take flights and we fight. That's the difference between us foundational Black Americans and the rest of y'all. We fight, you take flights. Now, I do have a blistering closing statement that I would like to add to you all. But before I do, I want to take the opportunity to first thank all the people who contributed to the Super Chat, the Cash App, and the PayPal. Now, as I started off at this very long broadcast, my welcome back broadcast, I told you if you learn something, I should earn something, right? If you learn something, I should earn something. Now, we have 36 Super Chats. I would love to be able to get to 40. If you guys can get me to 40, that would be awesome. I'm going to take the opportunity to read the Super Chat and the Cash Apps. I think we might have some Cash Apps. I haven't looked at this in a while. Okay, let's take a look at the Cash Apps. We want to show love to my Cash App people. Okay. We want to make sure y'all call my office, ask me about Black history. Y'all, I'm giving you everything you need right here. Let's see. We got any Cash App? We got one or two good Cash App. Let me get my music playing. I hadn't let that mood music play for a while, and I'm gonna read these Super Chats as I get the mood music popping. Y'all hit the #1 button if you can hear me clearly. Y'all make sure y'all hit the #1 button. If you can hear me clearly. as I read these super chats. So we got 36 super chats. Let's get me to 40 super chats. I'd like to get to 50, but 40 is sporty. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You would tune in to Uncle D. This black man talk, pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta know this. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.